Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Good morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
See live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence. This is 0223 in the year of the dumpster fire 2023. I'm Ash Host. Welcome to Sergeant's Time. Bringing you all the deets, details, cheese man, smoke pit discussions from the senior level, and all the things sergeanting. Behoove, behoove, behoove. That's right. Behoove and caveating. And what you guys doing tonight? Hope y'all are doing good. Y'all are doing all right. I already got the comments in there. So Congress is 2 ping pong paddles, 1 red and 1 blue. The Army ACFTs on the ping pong ball, and go. I'm just playing ping pong. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I kind of agree with that though. It's pretty interesting. David, why do you ice, vanilla ice? Yeah, let's kick it. Ice, ice, baby. All right, stop and collaborate. Okay, look, yeah, I would rather stick with the other White Hope Eminem before I start talking about Vanilla Ice. It was, woo, man. Anyways, that nickname was given me by the kids. I did not choose that name. The name chose me, I guess. At any rate, how you guys doing today? Hope you guys have. Wait, is this like I think it's like a short week, right? It's a short week because of President's Day, celebrating President's Day. Wait, did we just have that? Yeah, of course, that was the show that I did. I don't know, on the Monday edition. But at any rate, hey, real quick, what's yeah, exactly. I'm trying to pull up my skit. Stop with the DMs. There's something that happened that just recently released. It's kind of like made you go, huh? It's almost like it was. It was almost like it was the Dave Chappelle yellow cake skit, and I'm like, well, what is going on? Apparently, y'all snorting or eating too many damn poppy seeds, and it's like it's well, I'll post it. I'll post the letter. It's pretty freaking funny. We've had leadership. I don't know. See, I'm just saying, it's quinky dink that that we had a what was it? A report that came out. Studies were showing that we have an epidemic of opioid problem, which I didn't really think it was new. I think we thought we kind of already knew that there was an opioid epidemic. So I'm kind of like, yeah, let's just go ahead and let's bust everybody out. Let me post a letter here so you guys can see what I'm just, so forgive my, there you go. Stop. Department of Defense issued a letter warning regarding poppy seed consumption and military drug testing. Substance misuse by service members is a safety and readiness issue. Any reports of a DA6 for the Bagel Patrol? That's right. The department remains vigilant in addressing new products and sources that could impact drug testing. Concerns with poppy seeds and drug testing are not new. Poppy seeds are naturally sourced from the poppy plant, and a commercial crop cultivated by the pharmaceutical and food industries. Seeds may be contaminated during harvest with morphine and codeine. And the Department of Defense uses drug testing cutoffs to distinguish morphine and codeine use from poppy seed ingestion. So recent data, let me quote that. Recent data, exactly that, Gary. That's always been the thing. Recent data has indicated, just saying again, recent data suggests that certain poppy seeds varieties may have a higher codeine contamination than previously reported. Consumption of poppy seeds could cause a codeine positive urinalysis result and undermine the department's ability to identify illicit drug use. Exactly that. Oh, there's more. Exactly that. With all the things going on, we can't have poppy seed bagels, right? Out of abundance of caution, I find protecting service members and the integrity of the drug testing program requires a warning to avoid poppy seeds. As information comes available, we will revise this policy accordingly. The military department the emergency departments are hereby directed to notify service members to avoid consumption of all poppy seeds, to include food products and baked goods containing poppy seeds. Don't touch that shit, that yellow cake. Exactly. Don't touch the yellow cake. Don't drop that shit. Service members are directed to work with their local legal office for any related concerns with the urinalysis results. Oh man, David, right in the head, man. With all the things that's going on right now, really, really focusing on poppy seeds. I'm so glad that freaking that's been that's been kind of the thing there. Poppy seeds are a readiness issue. We don't give a shit how we treat you. It's kind of funny how other things are like that. I just want to know who popped, what ranking individual got popped for possible opioid use. And now all of a sudden, the excuse was, well, it was because I was having poppy seeds. And the poppy seeds were ingested and blamed on poppy seeds. So now there's a cover your ass kind of memorandum, not to put some tinfoil hat on. Just saying, not to put tinfoil hat on. But maybe someone senior got busted for poppy seeds. Or got busted for poppy seeds, yeah. Oh, it was a poppy seed ingestion. I think somebody said that you had to you'd have to ingest gallons of that shit to get any type of positive reading. So I'm kind of, I can, well, everyone went out to the gut truck, exactly. He's got a good point. We could put, we could put a robot on Mars. We can't develop a non-poppy seed bias test. The Air Force is failing drug tests and blaming hemp seeds is the reason why Chobani stopped making their best flip yogurt, yeah. You know, that was a good point. I bet you, no, hang on. So no poppy seed pound cake. What if the poppy seeds had black mold on one? They bet, yeah, exactly that. They'll be ignored. Just put mold on there. Then the military won't give a shit. Because it seems like that seems to be the gamut of the deal with why can't you choose poppy seeds? Why can't you eat poppy seeds? Personally, I think that exactly that. I think I don't want to say something about trusting science and not trusting the science, because we got a lot of shit one time when we said about trusting the science and not trusting the science and all these armchair. Remember, the best public affairs person, the best physical therapist, the best doctor, the best military freaking psychologist, the best chaplain are always going to be your first sergeant and your platoon sergeant, who knows way more than those individuals, right? Kind of in a feisty mood tonight with leadership and how they're just fucking treating soldiers lately. Well, I mean, when am I not upset about it, right? Got an issue with that. The Army substance swoop down is taken down by a poppy seed. It reminds me of the Death Star being destroyed by a hole. I think you meant hole. A port. Exhaust port. But we calling them holes, calling them holes. Reminds me of the Death Star being hit by a port no larger than a romp rat. I think it's like 2 meters wide. Amphetamine equals, meth and Adderall. I do think that the military has, specifically in the Army, I think, and just seeing it and knowing people, that there is an issue. Nobody wants to say anything. Stop. Nobody likes to brief bad news. If we in the U.S. military brief bad news, it's going to be secured and it has to be discovered, or it has to get FOIA'd. Freedom of Information Act request has to be put in. But so that's the deal with the seeds. I really didn't think that the seeds would be such an issue. Specifically when it comes to, I don't know, you don't care what we eat anyways. If they gave a shit what you ate, the defects would be better. If they gave a shit what you ate, the defects would be open longer. If they give a shit what you ate, see, all this is CYA. Because none of the commands want to admit that there's an issue, that they would have a problem. Exactly that, Heath. They used to give out ASAP, Army Substance Abuse Program, bottle openers to, in case you wanted to, drink a cold one. If you wanted some Tomar Cerveza, you can have it. But this whole cover here, I had a discussion with somebody who's in the joint world and was discussing they were over in Southcom and discussing the perception management that maybe the tests are too sensitive, Pookie. Exactly that. If they give a shit about what you ate, the defects would be gone. Exactly. They'd kill off the MOS and just build a restaurant there. Just have somebody compete for a restaurant. But the way we do housing, they'd probably fuck it up too. We were talking about not giving up bad news and how a lot of things in the Southcom AOR that's discussed, a lot of people, just like to discuss that and all that. And it's always an argument. And it was the persons in the Army And the individual said that I don't get it, that every time there's something that's really fucking big to talk about, that's really fucking would be great news to the Army, that would present a situation to where the Army is a good place to join, nobody wants to fucking hear about it. Because public affairs individuals, not all of them, but some public affairs individuals like to gatekeep information and not have that information get disseminated, get put out. It's even worse when it's bad news. When it's bad news, I don't know, it's kind of like fucking, the Secretary of Transportation waiting on a few days, a couple of weeks for anything to be said. And it's usually not disclosed until a scoop is provided to mill media. Army Times, Task and Purpose, Defense One, all the other military defense. It has to get FOIA'd, and the scoop is given, but it's not kicked around to whose fault it was. I was having another conversation with somebody about comms and weaponizing the IG. Because you guys know that the commanding general of the Fire Center of Excellence has been suspended for some bullshit. I think it's some bullshit. Do I think it presents a good image, or do I think it presents a good, perception when a senior leader does something outside of the command area, and we have some butthurt GSs, butthurt civilians that work in the installation that weaponize the IG, then all of a sudden there's an investigation, and then all of a sudden there's a relief or suspension. It sounds fucking familiar, doesn't it? They'll be quick to protect you, but won't protect you when it comes to the other shit. They'll be quick to laud and say great programs and all this other stuff. Now, I don't necessarily blame it on the senior leadership. Not too much on the leadership, but at least fucking do something when you get the information to you, and then it gets disseminated or it gets put out. Or whatever happened to those two commanders at Fort Hood? You talk about the Merediths, Colonel Mr. and Mrs. Meredith. Yeah, still waiting on that, right? It's kind of like it was briefed, it happened, and that was it. And part of the confidence of our sons and daughters looking at their parents who are veterans or who are in, and they get asked the question, is it really like that, Dad? Is it really like that, Mom? Are there individuals that are really acting like that? I don't want to join the Army if it's going to be like this. I don't want to join the Army if it's going to be like that, or whatever. But again, like I said, weaponization of the IG, the Inspector General. Hey, look, I wish the IG would have better time, would be better utilized in, housing. Or taking care of the soldiers in the barracks. Or ensuring that family members, while soldiers are deployed, are taken care of too. Or placing the right individuals in Rear D so that way when someone arrives to the organization and says, hey, this is messed up or this needs to get worked on, and not have an individual get fragged for it or get busted for it, because that's the way we always done it. I don't mind that's the way we've always done it if it's running smooth, if it's running good in the organization, high morale, blah, 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 blah. Just seems like everybody wants to be there and all that. But when somebody new comes to your organization and says, why are we doing it like this? And then somebody says, oh, he's always been. Or stop causing trouble. Yeah, I didn't call him trouble. You don't want no trouble. Why are you starting shit? Why are you being a rabble-rouser? Why are you rocking the boat? But going back to the weaponization of the IG, wrong answer. I'm kind of curious to know what happened with the commander of the Fires Excellence. Center for Fires of Excellence. Center of Excellence. It's of Excellence. Fires Center of Excellence. Thank you. What's up, Tyler? I really want to know. I have a feeling it's going to be probably like Donahoe. I was just telling somebody like Donahoe 2.0. If somebody got butthurt about something, some rice bowl was fucking protected, and they didn't want to fucking happen, and the next thing you know, fucking, no one to file a complaint. I'm willing to bet. Matter of fact, I'm willing to bet some Tecate. Or some Modelo Chiladas. Probably the mango chili. But I'm willing to bet somebody in the GS realm got butthurt because the commander did something and they wanted to rat him out. They wanted to bust him. Betting you that happened. I bet. But I'm not saying that I've been incorrect in some of my assumptions, but yep, yeah, exactly. That was about to say, hey, weather is being all goofy. So if you're going through the big storms, there's been some interwebs or something like that, or gets choppy, or we get cut off or get zucked, just refresh and you'll see me come back on. Or maybe you see me get zucked. Well, that's one of the things that really pisses me off is when you see a lot of individuals, they're just doing their fucking shit. They're just trying to do something. And then like, hey, whatever. Again, if the Army actually ran the way it's supposed to run, like if everybody actually followed the regulations, they would. It's so strict on a lot of things, but there's also a lot of common sense when it comes to what the Army policies are, what the Army regulations are, and that adding to, but do take away, that right there needs to fucking go. That's about as outdated as 1980s Desert Storm bullshit. Hell, that's what I was in. When I see that. Just sometimes, why the hell you guys gotta make it so hard? Make it so difficult. Difficult as shit. It's kind of frustrating to see because, your soldiers see that stuff. Your soldiers see that action. And your soldiers see your leaders going through that stuff. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Well, if someone's overweight by 1 pound, but they crush the ACFT and you don't tape them because you're like, nah, not going to tape them. That I could see. Because that's a stupid policy. Everybody knows it's a stupid policy. We're supposed to be having some sort of update to the ABCP anyways. The Army Body Composition Program. I'll say it right now. But is it as outdated as the CAV? Ooh. I think CAV is just a name, though, to me, since we're talking about CAV. Where's my man Chocolate at? Better than CAV. Hashtag better than CAV. What? It's like, what do you do, CAV? What do you do? I have some friends that are CAV. They're going to get upset. Get tiny butt hurt. Sorry. Just like how you like to say, airborne is outdated, and airborne is this, and airborne should be this, the airborne should be that, and it's outdated and obsolete. So is CAV, right? So CAV and airborne can just enjoy themselves and embrace themselves in the smoke pit of irrelevance. Sorry, I'm just kidding. I'm sure CAV has its purpose. Hashtag better than CAV. I'm sure it does, but I don't know what it is. I know back in the day they had horses and Stetsons and spurs and stuff, and that's it. So there you go. That's what all I know about CAV. Just like the same thing about CAV. Somebody trying to ask me about airborne life, right? You don't understand either. You don't understand the deal, right? Wrecking the Army's budget by wrecking shit. Is that CAV or airborne? I just want to make sure we got that. We got that covered because I don't want somebody to get upset and say, "Hey man, I'm talking about CAV." I don't want to have CAV man call me up and stop talking. Well, CAV man will. Fuck, I can't even make fun of the voice anymore because we know CAV man exists. But CAV man has even said that what's the purpose of CAV? It's almost like it's just a title now. It's just whatever. You ever see like getting a spur ride? I always break balls. I got one of my friends. He's in the CAV. I didn't know there was a thing about gold spurs and silver spurs. I didn't know anything about that. I was like, wow, cool. I didn't know there was a delineation of what gold spurs are for. And I didn't know what the delineation was for spur. I see a spur ride, and I'm like, Josiah, exactly, bucket hood. Which is going to be called Fort Cav when you think about it, huh? It's being named after General Cavazos. You see how they slip that in for short? Fort Cav. When you could have called it fucking Fort Benavides. You could have called it that. Could have called it that. Could have called it that. Sorry. I'm dealing with a taller today. I have a little one-hit Cav prestige mode. A little dilemma. Don't know where he picked it up from. We're discussing food tonight. We're discussing chow. We're discussing the grub. I say he needed to stop snacking because we're going to eat some chow. It's Thursday. You know what that means. That's what Thursday's for. And he loves the Whataburger. But I said you need to stop snacking because you're going to spoil dinner. And he looks at me and says, or actually he was kind of like running away from me with a snack. And he says, fuck that. Like, whoa, hold up, hold up. What did you just say? Yeah, he dropped the F-bomb. I don't know where he got that from. I don't know if he listens to the station. I don't know if I can't tell you, man. He just picked that up, and I just thought it was freaking hilarious because the little guy said it clear as day. Fuck that. Again, I gotta make sure I watch what he says. I don't want him to say that in front of grown-ups and stuff like that. But come on, everybody knows it's hilarious when a toddler freaking is cussing left and right. Everybody knows that. It's fucking hilarious. So, anyways, moving on. So, I don't know, you notice in the header there we talked about advertising what we got going on with Barracks and Congressionals and all that. There's something I'm going to read to you. I'm not going to post it because I'm just not going to sit there and redact all the information because it's just too long. But I will omit a lot of information. But I want this read to let the individual know that we're thinking of that person. And yes, we know it. And I would rather have, I don't know, the reach that we have on WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio with all of our other platforms as well that are streaming live. I want them to hear it too. So there's going to be some. This is. I think this is a story that we're gonna keep track of to see what's happening. But remember what I was saying about the barracks and shit, and how if they cared about you, you would have a better mess hall. If they cared about you, you would have better barracks. If they cared about you, I don't know, little issues that would come up in the barracks for single soldiers, which it is kind of fucked up how they treat single soldiers. Anyways, I'm going to read it and I'll omit. And if I slip something, my bad, because, I read fast and think ahead a little bit. So, I am a soldier in blank at Fort Blank. There you go. I'm requesting your attention and assistance for the soldiers in our organization. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit and change it up so that way it's not too. But the message we got the message. We are deploying to blank to support the nation's call to ensure our allies and deter Russian aggression. While we are at blank, many of the barracks within our brigade will be renovated. During the renovation, all personal belongings must be removed from the barracks. Initially, the brigade sought to obtain approvals for certificates of non-availability through the Fort Blank garrison to allow single soldiers to collect BAH, move out of the barracks, and store their personal items at a storage facility using that BAH money. This was denied by the garrison due to the unavailability of funds within the installation and management control. The brigade then sought to utilize movers to pack and store belongings similar to a PCS move, which was denied as well. Now, I'm going to tell you what, back when OIF and OEF kicked off, that actually happened. It was all TCS orders and stuff like that. Soldiers had their stuff banded or put together or put in government storage. This was back when the GWAT was happening. The brigade tried to use their own funds to pay for storage. This was denied as well. The current plan from Fort Blank Garrison is to have the soldiers generate powers of attorney for other soldiers in the rear detachment to oversee the inventory, packing, and storing of their personal belongings. Oh my God. This is fraught with risk, and soldiers may not know, hell, or trust somebody. Hell, I wouldn't fucking trust anybody. I'm not saying I don't trust you. I'm just saying it's my shit. I don't want nobody touching my shit. May not know or trust someone in the rear detachment to handle their personal belongings. If soldiers do not provide a power of attorney, they are to leave their belongings in their barracks room. If their barracks room is renovated before they return, yeah, exactly that. Okay, definitely won't end well. those soldiers are highly likely to have issues with their personal belongings getting lost or damaged. Now, I would say, and add stolen to that too. Now, this is in support as well. Now, mind you, this is not a beat up the command thing. This is actually what I'm going to read to you next. Our leadership in the brigade has sought multiple avenues to take care of soldiers to no avail. Leaders in our brigade are dissatisfied with the plan but do not have the authorities to take care of soldiers. The government has not provided a solution for soldiers who live in the barracks to store their personal items, during renovations while they are deployed. Now, this is the end of this, what I'm reading off, is what I was talking about, the congressional part. As a member of the Armed Services Committee, I ask that you look into the matter to see if there's a better way to take care of our soldiers who are on the front lines of our nation's geopolitical efforts. And this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 representatives will be contacted in this congressional. Again, it's going to come up. I'm sorry, this is going to blindside you, and I don't give a shit. This is where we go back in the conversation to where every time the installation builds, so this is where CSMs come in. Installation, tenant units, I don't give a shit. This is where the CSMs come in. If at any time there's going to be a building renovation, if there's any time there's going to be a new fucking DFAC, anything, there should be a senior enlisted advisor right there to say, what about the troops in barracks? There should be, while everyone's head nodding, a brand new fucking building or a training facility for a sniper school, whatever the fuck you want to talk about, or for whatever bullshit drama you want to build on the installation, there should be a CSM there representing the tenants and the garrison to say, how's this going to impact the soldiers? Now, the leaders, again, in this organization are asking that. They got tried, but they get denied, right? They tried. So we are asking, or we are pushing this message out so that way when the congressional comes down, we're more than happy to report it. But I also want to leave the integrity of the individual who sent this in, because the command is already aware, then the command is already aware. Be prepared for this shit. This is what soldiers take home to their families, take home to their siblings or relatives to not join. This right here. Something as simple as that. We need to build a store and lock on post. Dude, as a matter of fact, not only on post, but that needs to be run by the G4, right? Or the S4 for storage and stuff. And that should be only used as a deployment facility for storage like that. NTC, deployments, what have you. Specifically for the single soldier. These are for single soldiers now we're talking about. I'm not talking about family member, people who are living off post. These are for the soldiers in the barracks. This is what I'm talking about here. So I'm really just kind of blown away that, I don't know, no one's really going to say anything about it. Exactly that. It used to be just like that. OEF kicked off. You were about ready to go somewhere. There was the S2 there to handle the POV storage and yada yada, and the steel and the POV yard. And then they had orders to go to transportation to put their stuff in storage, and they had packers move out, pick it up, blah 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 blah. But hey, look at this brand new facility we're building. If you are in an installation and you're looking at a brand new building being built on the installation, ask that question to yourself. How many single soldiers in the barracks did it fuck over to build? Ask. Be that steward, right? They say, be the steward of government funds. We not seeing that? Do we see that? I know a lot of individuals are sitting there going, poof, man. Anything that has to do with the barracks, the first thing, again, I don't understand. Again, the brigade leadership knows, and all this other stuff. I don't understand how the tiers of elevation in this request, no one doesn't do the head nod then and say something. Everyone says, well, IG, right? IG is only going to enforce something in accordance with the regulations if it's not expressly allowed or disallowed by the regulation. And they'll just fall back on the command, and the command will say, what? Nah, screw you. And it really isn't a money issue. I'll be honest with you, it isn't. It's that division commander on that installation to tell the installation management command, we need to do this. This is a geo level to get to the right to get to the Pentagon to tell them, hey, look, did you know at Fort Blank you have soldiers that are going to get ready to get fucked out of their shit in the barracks because the installation, which I didn't realize that the tenant units were there for the installation. It's supposed to be the other way around. The installation command is there for the units. Let's just talk about money. I don't want to get too specifics, but it's around between $800,000 and $900,000. Sort of, kind of, sort of, ish, whatever. They just recently had they're just having the soldiers pay out of pocket. They are slumlords. Yeah, exactly that. They are slumlords. I'm gonna tell you. Go back to what I was saying. You have these great senior NCOs, and again, I don't want to do this to my CSM brethren because I love them. I love some of my CSM brothers and sisters, but this is not a good look for CSMs right now. It actually is the reason why a lot of majors, which majors are majors, and I don't give a shit about majors, but majors have opinions. Well, the majority of the officership world think that CSMs are worthless. Warrants, JAGs, officers, they think that our CSMs are worthless. Don't give them any ammunition to think that. Well, guess what? This is the ammunition that they're going to take to say our CSM's worthless. He needs to fight for himself, man. Man. So yeah, Congressional is happening. There we go. Oh yeah, I mean, like literally, just kind of like freaking just fuck the Joes, right? Everybody, exactly. I got DMs in here, dude. For real? I mean, in OIF, we did this. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. So think about it, man. Just like, how would you handle something like that? What would you do, Sarnt? What's your decision, Sarnt? What would you say? Does it have to go to a congressional? There's some things that everybody says we need to keep within the chain of command. It doesn't need to go to congressional because we're wasting time and money on other stuff that we can be doing. There's no such thing as a waste of time and money when it comes to the troops, especially in the barracks. Troops in the barracks, man, they fuck. Oh, God, they put up with a bunch of shit. Dealing with the bullshit at work. Good luck with Congress. They can't remember if they took another Alzheimer's meds or not. Yeah, really, huh? Good point, Pookie. This right here is giving the ammunition to those that say that senior NCOs and leadership and policies too that need to be fixed, and everyone just nods their heads and doesn't do it. I wonder what was built on the installation that's brand new on Fort Blank. Name any installation. Again, like I said before, if you see a new building, see how many soldiers it fucked out of the barracks. When you see a new building and it's time to go deploy or time to go do our geopolitical deployments, this right here, man, if I was in this organization and I was a salty specialist, well, I'm a small salty specialist at heart, but anyways, all it takes is a salty Joe to go home when he gets back from this rotation. Don't join, fuck this place, and that's it. Yeah, ooh, Dave, yeah, show us the money, line by line, where's it going? Since the Army likes to know where all the troops are at, since the Army wants to have troops tasks on where the soldiers are doing every day, so that way we can send it to JRTC. We already got, we're just waiting right now to pull the lanyard, yank the lanyard, pull the trigger, launch the rocket on an organization that's already fighting back on this parental leave stuff. I can't wait. The fact, exactly that. El Chaparrito, exactly that. Simon Ese. The fact that you live in the barracks and have to deal with waking up, and when you open the front door, the first thing you see is work, hell. Especially on your days off. Or better yet, you're not seeing anything work in the place that you submit. You walk out to the motor pool and you gotta deal with the motor pool bullshit on Mondays, right? Then you're dealing with the motor pool formations, and you're dealing with motor pool Mondays, yada yada, doing motor maintenance. And you get back, you just want to chill, just want to go to your room, everyone will come back and you go back to the barracks room. All right. Long day at work, doing whatever you're doing, trooping the line, whatever your field is, and then you got to go back to the barracks. You go back to the barracks, and the next thing you know, you got to knock on your door because it's so easy to have access to you. Hey, first sergeant wants you to come in. First sergeant wants to have first sergeant needs a detail, blah, 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 blah. But wait, we're going to get ready to send you somewhere, and we're not going to band your shit. We're not going to secure that room so nobody goes. Matter of fact, we're just going to we want you to go ahead and sign this power of attorney. You know, they even say that too in classes, right? Don't be giving no power of attorney to your full power of attorney to your wife, right? What? Why not? We've heard stories. You get a power of attorney and you get locked out of your shit, blah, 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 right? So where's that same Jag saying you need to get a power of attorney to give it to your teammate? Sorry, kids, this is happening. So once we got the information and all that, and I got the note to send for the Congressional, then... Oh, exactly that, Brian. Oh, big time, brother. Hey, you messed up the duty roster. You got staff duty. Man, at first, I knew somebody who didn't even know how to do a DA6. In some organizations, it's so easy that you just want to, hey, you guys want to knock out the DA6? Who wants to knock out the DA? Who wants to pull staff? I have been, quick. Don't tell nobody. This is a secret real quick. Hang on. You know what I used to do? I used to get all the NCOs. I used to say, hey, duty roster's coming out, and here's the days. Why don't you go take this duty roster around, pointing out to nobody. Just keep them within the company. And who wants to pull staff duty on that day? Let me know. Pick your days. Pick your days for duty. You can do that. Sorry, someone's gonna have to bite the bullet for the weekends or the holiday, but hey, whatever. 48 hours later, I get the duty roster back, filled out, completed, sent it up to the battalion. Bam, it was good. There's my duty roster. I did a DA6 for a while, but after a while, I was noticing, hey, morale's pretty fucking high. Soldiers are fucking, training good. Everyone's got, we're doing some good shit. And I just asked the NCOs, senior NCOs, hey guys, what do you think about this? Blah blah blah. They're like, oh yeah, well, fucking hey, go, why not? There you go. Joke's on them. I made the duty rosters. Okay, Tyler. A little water pressure, elevator broken, floors have mold, roommate raging in his game, surprise inspections, being called to work after hours. Where can these dudes really find a break? Exactly that. El Chaparrito. Exactly that. Where can they find that? Oh, and don't eat poppy seeds. We don't have any money. Motor pool became semi-storage for some of our equipment, along with half a mile of milk. Yeah, dude, this adapt, improvise, and whatever. But think about this, man. This is your shit. This is your personal stuff. This is not whatever. So this is your you have personal records, birth certificates, stuff like that in the barracks. Soldiers have their own records in the barracks. They have their own shit. You got an important document like a divorce decree or your kids' birth certificates and passports and stuff like that you have in the barracks. You're going to have somebody just, some stranger, some schmedlap just to handle your shit. Or your organization saying you need to provide a power of attorney. Say that right now. Fight the power. No. I wouldn't. I'll rebel rouse you guys and gals up to say, no, let's do it. Barracks, schmericks. Exactly. Yeah, so yeah. So that right there again. That is no shit. That is going up. And then I make a mean poppy seed roll, grandma's recipe from the old country. Yeah, dude, right. I like me some freaking poppy seed bagels too. They can't take our bagels, right? Take them. Come and take them. What was that mall on bagel, someone said? Yeah, dude. So, again, when it gets submitted and it gets posted up, any journos that's hearing this right now that wants to talk about it and say, hey, it looks like we got some good story or something like that. YOLO, what's up, Musa? I've kept an uber important docs in a safety deposit box. Yeah, see, soldiers don't have that. Soldiers won't have that. They're going to have to depend on, of course, the outstanding experts at behavioral health, physical fitness, and physical therapists, physician's assistants, all wrapped into one rank called first sergeants. Right? They're going to know it. They're going to know. Just do that. Just do that. After 20 years of the GWAT, we couldn't figure out to build temporary storage facilities for our soldiers that live in the barracks. 20 years. 20 years, which was in about a couple of weeks, in a few weeks, the 20th anniversary of Operation Iraqi Freedom is going to kick off. So we had Afghanistan, and now we're going to have Iraq. And over that time, we couldn't figure we can't figure out simple storage space for kids in the barracks. What's up, El Chaparrito? Háblame pues. Háblame. What you got to say, man? What's your question there? El Chaparrito, I see you. I can read all the chats. I get all the DMs. Go ahead, ask. This is an interactive target feedback, positive feedback, negative feedback discussion that we have. So you can go ahead and just ask the questions. Again, it might be a little bit delayed when I see it because there is a delay when we air. So when that happens and you hear it, bam, there you go. Ask your question. So I'm gonna still ramble on. Abba says some like, well, yeah, naturally, I'm freaking half Mexican, Musa. I'm in the 25th, which is division in Hawaii, but ironically, there's a 25th in Alaska. Was that done on purpose? You were, or you are you in the 25th in Hawaii? But there's no actually. I think that that El Chaparrito. Can I just call you El Chapa? El Chapo, El Chaparrito. I think Chapo. The thing is that we redid the structure. That's where the 11th Airborne Division comes in, and I think the unit that's there. I think we talked about this too. The 11th Airborne Division is now the El Chaparrito. Yeah, you don't see El Chaparrito in the freaking chest there, cause he's in there. So I'm just gonna call him Chapo for short. I don't know. He's in jail, so will I get in trouble? Will El Chaparrito get in trouble if I call him Chapo? Does that count as the U.S.? What, Alaska? What are you talking about? Yeah, I think. Well, that's what I'm saying. Remember, the 11th Airborne Division was stood up. It used to be called U.S. Army Alaska, and that's the division now. So all the organizations underneath are part of the 11th Airborne Division, Air Arctic Presence, and all that stuff. So that's the Angel Division, I think, is what they call them. But anyway, so that's the way it works, man. That's how. Yeah, but back in the you talking about the Wolfhounds? Wasn't it the Wolfhounds or some shit like that? That was up in Alaska. That was under the 25th. But they were not under the 25th, but they were a Striker BCT or something like that. And then, yeah, go on. But they're both CONUS assignments, even though they are part of the country. They're part of the U.S. Alaska, yes. Alaska and Hawaii are considered CONUS assignments. They're considered overseas assignment that you have to put in additional paperwork to be returned back. To go back to the States. So if you want to do a foreign service tour extension, FSTE or COT, consecutive overseas tour, then that's just like if you were stationed over in Europe or Italy, or Japan or Korea. So never got around to Alaska. Never got around to Hawaii either. I almost went to Hawaii, but didn't happen. Life things happen. So I think. What else? Was that it for the first time I wanted to talk about? The first, I'm just double checking my notes here. Cover the poppy seeds? Yes. Cover the congressional? Yes. The BAH in Hawaii is insane, but still doesn't cover chocolate. Hey, ¿qué pasó, man? I finally see you in there, homie. Orle, anda pues. I see you in there. About time you come up on the net. I saw you in there earlier, so I don't know. Why take people from extreme cold to extreme heat? Ice. I don't know. I mean, if you kind of join the military, and then you're expected to join in. You're expected to be in any climate, I guess. I mean, we just finished 20 years of desert shit. Operation Desert Shit. Exactly that. We're still broke, even with BAH. Exactly that, because everything's so expensive. Exactly that. Chapo's got it right. So, yeah. So I already covered my spots, y'all, and I'm ready to talk about other shit after the break. So everyone, refill your glasses and hit the head. Smoke them if you got them. Come back to the smoke pit, so that way your first arm don't get you. The only way actually to survive is to have roommates and at least pocket something. Exactly, right? It's like that in Germany. Germany's a little bit more different than that. I don't know why it's so different. I don't know why Hawaii, which is, I don't know, part of our country, and is treated so different when it comes to that, when it comes to the cola stuff. And we shared the Secretary of the Army's town hall on that too. So anyways, all right, so we're gonna take a break, and because we still got more shit to talk about and more things to shit talk about. So with that, smoke if you got them, shouts, and we'll see you in a sec.
What is this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
Nothing feels the same. Let it all be I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Last half of SGT'S Time. I'm your host. Just listening to some Middle Eastern tunes here with a Francais twist to it. Anyways, what were we talking about? Oh yeah. So anyways, forgive me for all that noise. I was going to look at something here that's from a source. I just want to double check and look at the right stuff before. Let me see something right quick. There we go. Okay. Just want to triple double check to make sure that the source was good. Okay. So, y'all know how the, this is going to get some people pissed off because, you know, the whole fucking vax drama was everyone's virtue. Not everyone's virtue. Nobody gave a shit. People gave a shit. There was a fucking, you know, there was pressure. There was no pressure. Whatever. We won't go back and forth with that. But of course, with the NDAA being released, sunsetting all of the, you know, killing the vax mandate. And one of the things that, what was that record? New army. I will go AWOL if the war starts. Ha ha ha. I mean, I'm gonna say that it's not too uncommon that we've had presidents pardon draft dodgers or AWOLers or army deserters that went to Canada during Vietnam. Canada during Vietnam. Somebody asked about questions about vaccinations and all this other stuff. And we already talked about the exception of policy that was for the reserve personnel. We already discussed about that. And basically, in short, is that that they're closing out the man. This is from a source within the Defense Health Agency, the DHA. These are the guys that the ones that are pushing all this shit, anyways. Closing out the mandate in accordance with the NDAA, and it's basically going to sunset all those COVID op orders. And the vaccine is still allowed to be given, choice, of course. Hopefully, I think we're going to get banned because I think the last time we talked about some COVID drama, YouTube didn't want to hear it. YouTube didn't want to say anything. Even though we were just merely reporting on the news that the CDC had reported, YouTube has said that WTF Nation Radio, for reporting on what the CDC said, was COVID misinformation, was misinformation. So if you guys are watching on YouTube and we get ding, sorry. I can say it. So the vaccine still be allowed to be given. Again, it's choice. It's back to the choice again, the choice thing. And I mean, troops after AT, they think they went to Ranger Transportation. Yeah. If the hospital has them on hand, if someone asks for it, cool. But there's no set requirement for it. So basically, it's likely to disappear from the hospital inventory pretty soon. So all you virtual signalers out there, go out and get your shot. We support the decision to take the shot or don't take the shot. All COVID information must be routed through Dr. Fauci before publishing. He must bless off on all of them. Ooh, do you want to get some vax drama here? He was part of the problem. Yeah, we did. We got zucked. We really didn't get zucked. Yeah, so let's go back with that chocolate. Jab or no jab, it's your choice. It's the jab. Get ready for the beaver pox outbreak. Yeah, what happened to the monkey pox, right? What happened with the monkey pox? There you go. Post all your comments. We don't give a shit. Yeah, we again, like I said, U.S. Army, WTF, Moments, WTF Nation Radio. Of course, that's why we have their disclaimer. But however, we supported either whatever we wanted to take the shot or not. But we didn't want to. What we didn't appreciate or we didn't take liking to was the individuals that were just trying to destroy soldiers' lives just for asking the question. That became like the fucking virtue. Ohio pox is coming. Ooh, man. You know, Kaz has got some good shit going on tomorrow for his show. Talking about Palestine, Ohio. Oof, man. Yeah, exactly that. Oh, yeah. She used to get zucked on air all the time. Just like really people were like doing the mass doxing on her, not mass reporting on her, so that way she wouldn't fucking. And it was just for questions that she asked. Hey, anybody wants to express that opinion, fine, go ahead. But Jesus Christ, we'll get a little sensitive. I don't know if Kyle's going to talk about it, but I'll just say right there. So anyways, so go back to what I was saying, is that pretty much that the sunset of the COVID op orders are happening, obviously, because the vaccine is still allowed to be given, and if they have it on hand. But if they don't have it on hand, and someone asks for it, there's no set requirement for it, so it's gonna go away from the you know, this is like been mandated like a lot now. You know, that kind of died. Why the railroad did not update their brake systems? Why is it all of a sudden? And this is not a ding on you, Musa. Yeah, exactly. Boy, reading it the way that sounds, Heath, that sounds like a commercial for like a campaign ad. Please enjoy this random pandemic, sponsored by your national election cycle. Kaz has always got the good stuff to talk about. He's going to talk about that stuff tomorrow for Friday Night Freedom. He's got a guest too, Ryan Weaver. I served with one. I can say this now. I served with Ryan Weaver in the 1st Armored Division. He's a Black Hawk pilot. He's going to be showing. Country western singer. Good dude, man. Good dude. Great guy. Why is the railroad company not allowed? Do the Joker voice. What? Dance for monkey. No, just kidding. Sponsored by ES Camelback and Gerber. Right, exactly that. Do the Joker voice. Which one? Are we talking about Jack Nicholson Joker or Heath Ledger Joker? Are we talking about that? What's up, Dane? That's a good question, though. I don't want to jump off the Sergeant's Time tip there because we're talking about Army stuff, but that is, I mean, it's all of a sudden all these train experts are coming out of the woodwork. That's like getting in a car accident and blaming somebody who was the president back in a couple of terms that, how come this vehicle didn't get rated to the inspection standards of the time when it was authorized for vehicles to be done? That's the way I'm kind of seeing this armchair quarterbacking shit with the what's your Husets? With the spinchy train shit. And then again, next on the main stage is Destiny. Is it true that they're recalling dudes that were chaptered for vax refusal? They are not recalling them. They're offering an opportunity to come back. If you would like to come, if you were ripped, if you were just beat down mentally, if you were just given so much fucking bullshit for refusing the vax, and you got so much shit for it, and there was people calling you traitors, and they were saying that fucking, you know, you're an oath breaker, you're a deserter, you deserve to have everything you have. And then all of a sudden you get a fucking phone call from somebody saying, would you like to come back? What would you say? What would you do? What would you do? The trains were circle X'd, right? That's why I was always loving the fact when somebody said, why would you want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane? Did you know that some military airplanes are authorized to fly with specific amount of deficiencies? Not all of them are perfect. Don't let it fool you. You got called a bigot for not taking the vaccine. Yeah, see? There you go. Some religion aspect was played into it as well. People were ostracized for their religious beliefs and why the mandate was happening, for the exemption. You had individuals that had not even been in the army for, I don't know, a few years. Have had boots older than them, that they have been in service. And they're basically, I don't know, trying to tear you down for your religious, whether it be Muslim, whether it be Christian, whether it be Buddhist, whether it be Hindu, whatever religion you want to pick. If someone said it was a religious thing, you were immediately dogged for being religious. They even made fun of you. So you tell me, would you come back after all that shit? I would tell that individual that he can eat a whole bag of dicks. There you go. There you go, individuals. Bag of dicks for you. So I'm just imagining, I'm not, nobody's here with me. I'm just like imagining it. Hey. The Army forced me and I had an allergic reaction, and then the nerve to tell me to try to J&J or else, or I couldn't continue the med board. Yeah. As a matter of fact, Spanky talked about that when it was first coming out. And she was talking about the same thing. There were some vaccinations she could not take. She filled it out because literally she was allergic to some. And people were trying to give her shit about that. This was back before all this fucking VidVac shit came out. So if you don't know what a Z job is, you can't afford one. Well, so you're dealing with freaking JROTC chocolates? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Lower Hammer, see, I tell them okay, other comments here. So you drop your comments, I say the comments. What would you do if you were removed from the Army for not taking the VidVax? Or again, applying for the exemption. That's what tripped me out. The application for the exemptions soldiers got shit for. Come on. You're trying to tell somebody who has grown up with their specific values all their fucking lives, and you're going to have some punk-ass lieutenant or some punk-ass captain, because, the first sergeants and the fucking platoon sergeants, they're just going to listen to whatever. Whatever. Who want to jump on a virtue and say, fuck your family upbringing. Even though the Army's trying to say, the Army is America. We accept everybody. Everyone's back. That's what makes the Army so great, is the diversity of all of our ethnic and social backgrounds, right? Isn't that what they say? But fuck that religious exemption. You're fucked. LT is law. No, there's been some individuals. Yep, straight up. So, did Biden deliver the tanks to the Ukraine or not? I need to know. You know what? I think I just read an article. As a matter of fact, I just read it where there was going to be some time later, either in the end of the year or the beginning of next year. Now, here's the debate. Jeremiah, and turning down anthrax, SARS, flu, and every other shot, or is it just a specific COVID shot? I don't know. There's some, something too is I had so many freaking vaccinations. Sometimes what's this for? You're going to get this. What's this for? You're going to get this. We were better off being Last of Us zombies. The Last of Us fucking zombies are fucking scary, dude. That's like shit growing inside of you and coming out. Maybe that's what we needed. Maybe we needed a Last of Us virus or something like that. So that way we knew who was infected. That way we knew the peanut butter shot. Yeah, exactly that. The gamma globin shot. What's in there? It's a gamma globin. What the hell does that mean? What is a gamma globin shot? Okay, well here, I have to do this. Why are you doing that with your hand? Because it's going to go in your ass. Excuse me? The only time medical professionals were happy by saying this, it's going to go in your ass. Well, I don't know. Unless you're over 50, then you get a prostate exam. Total Recall, open your mind. Open your mind. That's right, Quado. So no, that tank, those tanks were belonging to another organization it was a unit that was doing a rotational duty. So, yeah, exactly. We don't need the fungus. No, I'm telling you, man, that's what I think what we need now. We're going to need that. We're going to have to either have zombies come out or some sort of fungus mutation like, come on, China, get to work. They couldn't even fucking do a virus right. I think people would have been it, but fuck that. Give me the vax. If all of a sudden you saw plants going out of somebody's face, well, I don't know. Have you fucking... Some individuals need to be cleaned up, but sometimes they do have shit growing out of their face. Okay, bad example. But if you see someone being disfigured or deformed, wouldn't you want to get the vax at that time? Is that what we needed? Is that what we needed to have? Oh, no, I like my dentist. Who's this? Can you message me or say, whoa, oh, man, what is going on? Oh, man, we getting more. All right, guys, everyone shame Sandra. Tyler, you got a bogey. Sandra Shea in the chats asking Tyler, can you message or send me a friend request now so we could talk? Do you know this individual? Do you know this Sandra Shea? Machete and Roundup is coming. Yeah. What's that? What's up with that? I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, what's up with that, dude? There you go. Bander. You don't have to worry about Sandra Shea. Sorry, Tyler, you don't have to worry about Sandra Shea anymore. The AVI looked pretty attractive, but I don't know if you wanted to just throw in there. So I just figured I'd just go ahead and spam. Exactly that. Chocolate says he wants to go ahead and just send $300. So she can send, so Sandra Shea can send come a million lottery winnings from Nigeria. Exactly. Andy Rip, they just want to talk. Do it. Exactly. Send Bobs. Send Bobs. Yeah. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Is that what we needed though during the pandemic? That we needed our visual. We needed to see like bubble lip happening or something like that, like the monkeypox. Exactly. It's a trap. She wants to talk about your car's extended warranty. Anyway, so tomorrow we're going to have Ryan Weaver, Operation Iraqi Freedom veteran. He's got a pretty, he's like I said, he's UH-60 Blackhawk pilot, country western singer. You're going to want to hear his story. Yeah, exactly that. You are the weakest link. Bye. He's going to be on to shoot the shit with Cos and Pookie for Friday Night Freedom. Just to let you know right quick, a programming note that, you know, don't freak out if you don't see if you don't see the pop-ups and the notifications come up real quick. Don't worry, we'll have a show. Hang on, hang on. Make sure I'm not posting this right here, but you guys can see it. There you go. So he's like I said, country music singer. Ryan, I'm just all Ryan Weaver. Operation Iraqi Freedom veteran, UH-60 Blackhawk pilot. He's gonna be on. Exactly that, Chocolate. It's PSYOP. PSYOP. Hang on. Let me say that. PSYOP, not PSYOPs. He's gonna be on tomorrow. Shoot the shit with Cos and Pooks. That's gonna be a good show. He was on here before. He was a previous guest. And then I got a guest on Monday for the Monday edition. But real quick, don't forget, we also have freaking the sports bar. Hang on, let me pump them graphics, baby. Son. So, what about Cyclops? They had that too. So tomorrow's Friday Night Freedom with Cos and Pookie. We're going to have Ryan Weaver, country western music star and a veteran UH-60 Blackhawk pilot. I served with him in the 1st Armored Division. What's up, Ryan? Now you might be able to place a face. He's going to be on to join Cos and Pookie for Friday Night Freedom. And of course, Saturday's no show. Sunday is the sports bar with King Smith and the coach. And then on Monday, the Monday edition, I'm going to have a guest, Leah Buchholz. I hope I pronounced her name correctly. From Prestige Veteran Medical Counseling. She's going to be on to talk about, English is hard, especially when it's my second language. She's going to be on to talk about what veterans need to do for healthcare needs. Now, we always talk about veterans and you know, some of the issues they get to get that claim in right. She's going to talk about what she does to assist veterans in that case. You might want to pay attention to that. Might be kind of a dry story. Depends on, a dry story, a dry show if you're, not into that stuff. But I think for veterans, it's kind of important. So that's going to be on the Monday edition. And then on Tuesday, we got Mike Wingert, pop culture warrior. Mike Wingert, I think he's another voice actor that's going to join us. No, he is a voice actor. I don't think. He's been known as being the voice of Master Po and Zeng from Kung Fu Panda. Legends of Awesomeness on Pop Culture Warrior with CQ and his roving band of guests. Let's see, what do we, do you guys know about CQ, what he's doing? He's rotating guests out. I might have to do a poll. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I'm just going to say. He's rotating guest hosts out. And he's, you know, just kind of, I'm kind of like, that's kind of like my interview right there. Kind of like how they do and how they're performing and all that other stuff to see how they're doing. What's the difference between an Oklahoma tornado and an Arkansas divorce? Nothing. Either way, someone is losing a trailer. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. You forgot one chocolate, and the husband and wife are still related. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drop that on there. For them Arkansas family, sorry. I don't want to say that. I shouldn't be talking shit about Arkansas. But anyways, so yeah, Mike Winger's going to be on Kung Fu Panda, voice known on the series Kung Fu Panda. And then Wednesday's Smoke Pit, of course, with Radar and TZ. You guys been watching that show? Oh man, I'm not used to having a show on Wednesday, so I see it pop up and come on the net now, and I'm like, oh shit, forgot that we got that. So it's awesome to hear that it's awesome to hear Radar and TZ going back and forth. Some cooking tips too that I was thinking about doing. Telling Radar that we should do that. And then next Thursday, of course, Natalia Antonova. You guys remember she was the Ukrainian American that came on to discuss about Ukraine, the possible invasion. Remember at the time she came on about a year ago, she was right before the invasion kicked off, and she was providing some pretty accurate insight and some pretty accurate information about Ukraine. So she is going to come on SGT'S Time next week to talk to me about it. And she, like I said, she was previously a guest on WTF Nation Radio on 21 February of 2022. And Russia won't shoot a nuke, exactly. So she's going to be coming on to discuss an update, give us an update on what's been going on, and to provide some little scoops and details and some updates that I think are going to be pretty cool. So Natalia Antonova will be on. She's good peeps. She's been on here before. And then I would say about a couple weeks out, let's go to the 7th of freaking March. God, 7th of March. Debbie Mae West is going to be on to join us. She is the voice actress. And check this out. She is the voice actress for TV, television, radio, animation. She won the Spike Video Game Award voicing Meryl in Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, and Tsunade on freaking Naruto. Can't wait. So if you guys I love Metal Gear Solid. Maybe we should get One Punch Dad because he loves Metal Gear. Get her to, throw a shout out there. So I can't wait. That's going to be Pop Culture Warrior coming up on the 7th of March. So that's a couple weeks out. I figure we got some Putin talks more shit than a porta potty in Kuwait in 2007. Except people in Kuwait deploy into Iraq back in the day. They drove up. They went into Iraq. So anyways, make sure you share, like, and follow all of our platforms because we are currently live on 5 platforms. So right now we're broadcasting. We're in the green 5x5. We broadcast on Twitch, which is the gamer channel, stuff like that. Be on the lookout. If you follow on the Twitch, sometimes you might see, and this is no shit, sometimes you might see us doing some testing. We might be doing testing. We might do like a little sideshow, like a sneak preview stuff. So if you're not on Twitch, go ahead and sign yourself up on an account. And then, of course, we're live on YouTube. We're also live on 2 Facebook pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, and live on Twitter. Which, by the way, I was kind of dicking around. If you have a Twitter account and you go on the Twitter app, and then and you go to our show, and you go here, and you see my face and 2 Facebook pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, and live on Twitter. Which, by the way, I was kind of dicking around. If you have a Twitter account, you go on the Twitter app. You could hit the app, hit the screen, and you'll actually be able to interact. Throw some comments in there too, and throw some hearts and likes. and we'll be able to see you if you screenshot the broadcast. So Twitter, if you go into the Twitter app, it only works with the Twitter app. If you go in there, you hit the broadcast in the middle, and then you can put little comments in there and shit like that and test it out and all that. It's pretty cool. But anyways, so again, but it doesn't have the chat capabilities like we do. So unless you guys tell me that I'm in the Twitter chat or I'm making comments, and I can just open it up. I still got to figure out, because I got to talk to CQ. Let's see. So Twitter, if you go into the Twitter app, it only works with the Twitter app. Yeah. Hit the broadcast. Yeah, see, I gotta make sure I see how to turn myself down aside from the volume button on there. So Putin has seen more pinga than a porta potty at a Garth Brooks concert. I don't know, Musa. Do you want to get Twitter? Should you get Twitter? It's up to you. But I will say this: you'll get Musa explained. You'll get people telling you how to live your job or how your life should have been. Man, Twitter, you can't keep up with it all. It's fun as hell. I mean, I'm also I like starting shit too, so it's kind of like the place to do it. Everyone's like, how do you sleep? You're always on there. A True Social? No, actually, we're not on True Social. Believe it or not, we're looking at other platforms to stream, but not here in the country. If that makes sense, because we want to get more messaging out. Question: why do people burn peepholes in the porta shitter doors? Do they really think someone was gonna see was off if they were with their eye pushed up to the door? Well, first off, if you're pushing your face up to a porta potty door, ill. Everyone talking about what they've done. Save the Canadians. So is it a place to start shenanigans? Oh, Musa, brother, man, Musa, if there's a place you want to start shit where you want to have people absolutely lose their shit and go crazy, and I'm just sitting there drinking my coffee, eating my cornflakes, and you want to see someone just go absolutely apeshit telling you how you should be living or loving or whatever, oof. Psyops equals shenanigans. Exactly that. You know me, Chocolate. We love a good dumpster fire. We love it, man. It's awesome. But anyways, so 5 platforms again. Just like I said, just check it out. Go on the Twitter app and then click on there. You can throw hearts and comments. You can even throw little chat comments in there, stuff like that. So you can interact with other people inside the chat. We're trying to get the text so that way we can see the chats in there, so that way you guys can see it as well. So yeah, those are the platforms we're broadcasting live. Currently 5 live, and then of course upload or whatever. If you go to WTFNationRadio.com, you'll be able to see also our Discord. There's a little spot for Discord. And then pretty soon we're going to start having specific shows or specific events either on Twitch solely or either on Discord. It'll be like a Discord party. We're just shooting the shit and having a good time. So we'll see. Burning batteries, National Burn Pit Registry. Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares about the burn pits, right? PSYOP was fun to translate for. Yeah, man. Well, I'll go back in a heartbeat. But I don't, I think after so many years, 29 years of service, they go, dude, you're old. If the Canadian Army ever comes to your post and invites you to barbecue, you better go. It's like our army before we started the deglamorization of alcohol. I think the glamorization of alcohol is overplayed. It's like, it's nothing wrong with being responsible and not having responsible. It's funny because the Army likes to say we want to glamorize alcohol and all that, but they want to give people a day off for the Super Bowl because everyone got drunk. So Twitch and Discord is for the gamer nerds, right? No, actually not. The Grog is the Twitch and the Discord is for the gamer nerds. Yes, that's the main audience. People who use Discord are normally gamers and all that, or Twitch. But yes, sometimes we'll have a show, or sometimes we'll have some testing or some Q&As on Twitch specifically. And when that happens, then whatever, we'll let you know. We're plotting and scheming to see what other new stuff we got, to see what we can do, so that way to get more audiences to the WTF Nation. Of course, the main page, of course, with the radio, Facebook page, and all that. So, with that. Oh, you guys got anything for me? I don't think I do. So I'll go ahead and take off. Thank you guys and gals so much for listening. No twerking. No twerk. Yeah, Twitch twerking and itching. Yeah. Yeah. Back in the day, I used to play Red Alert. There's people that like to play games, and then we'll sit there and play a game, and there's other people that will watch you play games on Twitch. was just kind of fascinating for me that there is that type of audience that someone's going to watch it. My kids do too. My kids will like to watch. And I think, thanks CQ. I think the kids like it because they play their game. They get the games and tips. And then of course I get schooled, we're playing Call of Duty, we're playing Star Wars, and any Star Wars game. And my kid will be like, "Oh, I beat you." I go, "Where the hell did you learn that?" And I'll be like, I watched so-and-so, Dan TDM, or there's another streamer that will stream that my kids like to watch and all that. So then once we play Call of Duty, I'm like, "How the hell did you figure that out?" And they're like, "Oh, whatever, dude." I mean, I already got a freaking toddler that's already saying fuck that to me. So anyways, y'all have a good night. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate y'all hanging out. You guys, again, this is your place. The information that we say comes from the inbox, comes from details from the fans and followers of U.S. Army WTF Moments, and feedback from veterans that serve, like all of us at WTF Nation Radio. So with that, y'all have a good night, and see you. Shots.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. Voice of U.S. Army WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Я батько. Я молодший брат. Я водій маршрутки. Я скоро одружуся. Я фанат шахтера.
Начальник отдела продаж.
Я прораб.
Я программист. Я свидетель на свадьбе.
Дядя Юра, таксист. Я вчитель фізкультури.
Я студент-геолог.
У мене своя фірма. Я кращий друг зі школи. Я сусід, який завжди стукає по батареї.
Я єдиний син.